Okay, the court is back in session in cause number 330948. Case is style of State of Texas versus Jamal Tremaine Simpson. Mr. Simpson was previously sworn in. Mr. Simpson also previously entered a plea of guilty to the charge of assault, family violence. I have before me the misdemeanor plea admonishments, which is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. And in this document on page 1, there's one box that's checked that states that this is a Class A misdemeanor, and the range of punishment for a Class A misdemeanor is confinement in jail for a term not to exceed 1 year and a fine not to exceed $4,000 or both such fine and confinement. On page, now, Mr. Simpson, on page 2 of this document, there's one box that's checked, and next to that box that's checked guilty, there's a signature on the line, and there's initials on the line, and the initials are JS. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Did you sign this document as well?
Yes, sir.
And there are two boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simpson, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishments? Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Discovery certification?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Simpson, prior to signing these documents that I have just mentioned, did your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, go over these documents with you? Did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Did I sign them? Yes, sir.
No, my question was, did your attorney go over the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Repeat that.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir. I made a mistake. Yes, sir. I'm guilty of that. I've learned my lesson.
Okay, now, Mr. Just please answer my question was, is everything in these documents that you signed in the initial true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Have I what?
No, listen to my question. Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Mr. Simpson.
Yes, sir.
Well, state. I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objections, Judge.
Okay, no objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Reynolds, you have advised and counseled Mr. Simpson. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None to my knowledge, Judge.
Mr. Simpson, your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
With the 45 days, yes, sir.
No, I'm saying, are you satisfied with him representing you, the way he represented you? That's my question.
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Simpson, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
45 days county jail.
Okay, Mr. Simpson, the state
Yes,
is
sir.
the state is offering that you serve 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case is $327. Will you be able to pay the $327?
No, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Simpson, I have before me an affidavit of indigence that was signed by you on November 30th of 2021. And in this affidavit, well, Judge Mickey Sheffield has signed it, and he's checked off a box stating that you currently meets the eligibility requirements for a court-appointed attorney. And what that basically meant was he found that you were indigent and you met the eligibility requirements. And so this court is going to find that you are indigent. And based off that finding, the court cost of $327 in this case are going to be waived pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. So that just simply means you will not have to pay the court cost of $327 because the court has found that you are indigent. Now, Mr. Jamal Simpson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simpson, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Simpson, this will conclude your case. Please follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
You too, man. It won't happen again.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Good, yes, sir.
Oh, hey, Mr. Simpson.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. I have one other thing to do. This is a family violence case. And pursuant to the Texas Administrative Code, Section 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you or warns you of the following. Number one, you are by entry of order or judgment ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number three, under Texas Penal Code Section 46.013A, firearm means any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or a burning substance or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have as an integral part a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is one, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, or two, a replica of an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. The statutes listed below are a starting point for ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292, Magistrate's Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.0131, Notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, Unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, Unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence, child abuse, or neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective order. Now, Mr. Simpson, there's a copy over there at the jail. They should give you a copy. This will conclude your case. Please follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.